Slight said he's heaven sent. Third person omnipotent. Great words, no difference. I don't rap, I make art. Bird need a race car. This ain't for the faint heart. Above clouds like Game Star. That's in my blood. That's in my blood.
Welcome back to the SLD podcast. I'm Brennan, your host. This is episode number 35. As you can see, I'm by myself. This is a solo podcast. This is a special one. It's going to be very brief and to the point, but so let's just cut right to it. It has been officially 1 year, 365 days since I created Slightlee Daily. Not the podcast. It hasn't been a year since the podcast, but it's been a year since I started this website, so I kind of wanted to just revisit what Slightlee Daily is, kind of just brag a little bit, just kind of tell you guys, what I've done, who I've collabed with, and what the website has on it, and maybe this will make you want to dig into it, because I know that there's some of you who only know me and this platform as a podcast, and that's fine, that's great, but it's also a whole bunch of other things. So I started this website April 2nd, so today's the 3rd. It's my birthday as well, so I kind of just had to do one, just all in all. So yeah, today is April 3rd, Friday, April 3rd. I'm going to try and put this out tonight too. So April 2nd, I just said screw it, I'm just gonna make this blog, this website. For those of you who don't know, I'm an MTSU graduate, journalism major. I minored in business communication and leadership studies. Mainly my passion, what I really want to do in life is be a sports writer. That's really like my plan, my like professional plan, I guess you could say, but it's so hard to get into that field. It's such a saturated field. It's so hard to get jobs in that field. All the newspapers and stuff, they're full. They've got these old dudes who've been working for these same companies for 20 plus years, and basically the reason why I created my website was so that I could just do it on my own. And I'm thankful that we live in a day and age of the internet where you can do that. You can make your own quote unquote newspaper, even though newspapers are they're going extinct, So I had started the first article I did was a Final Four prediction last year. I did a prediction on the 2019 Final Four. Just to kind of get the ball rolling. Sports is something that, I grew up playing sports my whole life. I was on the high school baseball team at Riverdale Central until I was a senior in high school. I didn't play in college, and then I just eventually went to college, and then I put sports down. But I've still always been a sports guy. So I guess you could say that was the spark and me wanting to be a writer, I guess. I've always been pretty decent at writing. When I was young, in like grade school and stuff, I was pretty big into reading, and I used to read a lot, and sports was always the thing for me too. So I kind of meshed the two things together. But Slightlee Daily, the website, the blog, started with the idea of how can I make sports articles and whatnot, talk about sports. So eventually, I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna just do it. And then also I had the idea to kind of include, because I'm also into like music and movies, and everyone is, everybody's into music and video games and all this kind of stuff. So I kind of branched out, and I wanted Slightlee Daily to include everything entertainment. Sports is entertainment. So, if you go to my bio, it says everything from sports, music, video games, movies, TV shows, and now podcasts. And that's what we talk about on the podcast. But, so yeah, music, sports, video games, and then movies and TV shows. That's really what this website is mainly about. It's now obviously the podcast might stray away. It might kind of go off course a little bit, but ultimately that's what the brand is. It's something like Complex Magazine or something like that. I mean, I don't even like to compare it to Complex, because Complex Mag is really music centered, and I want to be as broad. I want to be broad, and but at the same time though, stay focused on the entertainment value of it. So started with sports, eventually started writing articles about my friends who make music. So I can remember around this time last year, I followed up the Final Four article with who did I do? It was I did Parker articles on Parker and Devin. They're two producers from Murfreesboro. They're two of my really good friends. I wrote articles about them, kind of gave them a platform and whatnot, and and then it just kind of led to me doing movie reviews. Hey, this movie just dropped their trailer, blah blah blah. Star Wars is coming out. Here's the new Star Wars trailers. That kind of stuff. New Fortnite season comes out. Kind of give you guys like the inside scoop. Oh, let me say this too. Let me fall back. Let me go back a couple steps. So, what I want Slightlee Daily to be is articles, but that are directly to the point, but not like I want you guys to read about it, obviously, but we live in a day and age where everyone's attention spans are so short and just so small. And if you notice, like if you click on any of my articles, most 98% of them are less than 200 words, very short. But they're really to the point. They're boom. Tom Brady signs with the leaves the Patriots. Boom, he might go here. Boom, he might go there. Boom, he said this. Boom, there's an article, Or Death Stranding drops. The creator says this. The video game creator says this. Here's a YouTube video. Here's a couple pictures. Boom. So the articles are very short and to the point, but yet informative. It only gives you the good stuff, because at least for me, and I assume that at least there's a couple people out there who are like this too. Whenever you are wanting to find something out, like for example, like this Call of Duty Warzone game mode, like you might want to like know something about some setting or something, so you Google it, and then you go on IGN, the gaming website, and those articles are long. You got to keep scrolling. You're like, dude, where is it? So I kind of wanted to cut that middleman out and just get right to it. So yeah, short, sweet articles. And then what another mission, I don't really want to call it a mission statement, but something that I really stand behind is I want to give creatives, but not just creatives, mainly just people, a platform to just kind of come and sit down and talk, like on the podcast, or hey, you're a local artist, or not local, I'll get into that, but you're a local artist and you just put out a new 5-song EP and it's got 20 plays, like I want to give those people a platform. I can tell that some people out here just really aren't getting any attention. And I kind of want to show people, hey, I'm going to give you like, a little, like I said, like a 200 word or less article, link your stuff. That way somebody can find it all in one place. Link your Instagram and your new song all in one place. And boom, there you go. So like I was saying, local and non-local artists, so I'm on Instagram mainly. That's mainly how I network Slightlee Daily. That's how I've been connecting with a lot of people. In a year, I have 429 followers, which is not a lot, but I started at 0 a year ago, and I've connected with two rappers so far who I've never met in person, but we just kind of connected via internet. And one of them is Black Cheeto. He's from Texas, I think. I haven't really figured it out, but I'm pretty sure he lives in like South Dakota or something. But he's a rapper. He's really dope. For my YouTube people, that's his IG. For my Apple Podcasts and Spotify users, it's BLVCK Cheeto, like hot Cheetos. That is his IG. Go check him out. He's really dope. And he's just been showing me love. He follows me and whatnot. Watches my stories sometimes. He's a really dope artist. And every time he drops a new song, or he just dropped a new album, every time he drops a new song or something, I'm gonna show him love. And it's just cool to kind of connect with someone you never really met before. But he's really dope. And another one is Tizo Touchdown. He's got way more followers than me for my YouTube people, if you can see this. Apple Podcasts and Spotify users, audio only people. He has 23,000 followers. When I found him, he had like 12K, which was like 2 months ago. Yeah, he went on tour with Trippie Redd and whatnot, which is really cool. Lil Yachty follows him. Trippie Redd obviously follows him. He's a really dope artist, and I just said, man, screw it. I mean, I'm not going to show you all the DMs, but I was like, man, you're really dope. Trippie Redd was like shouting him out on his page, and I was like, wow, this is actually really dope. I had heard of him a few months ago. Trippie had like shouted him out or something, and I tapped on his profile, and I was like, wow, this is cool. But I just never really followed him or anything. I don't know. It just didn't happen. But probably like a month or two ago, I found him again. I was like, oh, I remember this dude. And then like I listened to his new songs and like, some of his music videos. And I was like, this is actually really good. And then I DM'd him and I was basically like, hey man, you're really dope. You care if I write an article about you? Just kind of making sure it was okay, or, just making sure it was all right. And then he was like, yeah, man, go ahead, go hard. And then like, he'd been DMing me and stuff. And actually, the reason why I'm kind of giving you guys the rundown on this is, if you go to the website, slightlydaily.com, on the blog posts, it'll tell you how many views they get. And so far, his is at, bear with me here. I hate dead air like this, but go ahead and look up Slightly Daily on all social media platforms. At 100 subs on YouTube, I'm going to be doing a prize giveaway. We're at 95. We're almost there. Give me one moment, please. I'm trying to find the exact number. I'm pretty sure it's like 130 something. I got like 130 views. Whoa, no, I was wrong. I got 194 views on Tizo's article, if you can see that for my YouTube people. Yeah, that's huge. And he shouted me out and showed me hella love. Shout out to Tizo Touchdown. I really appreciate you showing me love. And so far in my 1 year of crafting this website, that's my biggest accomplishment, I guess you could say. So thank you, Tizo. That was really dope of you. Pinky promise. I've been seeing you put that on your story and stuff. Hopefully you'll repost that. So how many posts did I say that was total? 340 something? No. How many total blog posts are there? Can you pull up the Chrome page? What does it say? 3. So in total, the website has 343 total blog posts. Okay. So we're at 300. This is 365 days later. I've almost made one. It hasn't been one a day. Some days I'll do more than one. But 343 posts, man, that's anything from Disciple dropping a new song, to a Ray Clyde dropping a new song, to like I said, the Star Wars movie, Rick and Morty coming back soon, Stranger Things 4 teasers, everything. And on top of that, we got the blog posts, we got the podcast, which this is episode 35. I've been doing this since November. My most viewed podcast is actually, I'm pretty sure it's episode 2 with Nathan, which is crazy. So if you've made it this far in this video, I really need you guys to go back. I know most of you were quarantined in your house or whatever. Go back and please watch all those. Just binge them. And then whenever you finish, tell me which one was your favorite. And if you want to be a guest, let me know. I've been thinking about doing like a FaceTime podcast type deal. We'll keep in touch that way, but we'll keep in touch about that if you're really interested. And so yeah, we got podcasts, blog posts, journalism and whatnot. And on top of that, something that I actually I wish would get more love is the Slightly Daily Vibes, the playlist. I've made... My app keeps quitting. I think I've made 17. Yes, so I've done 17 30 song playlists on Apple and Spotify. They're usually 30 songs. The Bonnaroo one was like 700 or something. I did like one of every artist, one or two of every single artist. So music playlists, you can just bang those. Please add those to your libraries, follow them or whatever. I don't use Spotify. I'm pretty sure you follow them. On Apple, you can follow the account, and then you can also add them to your library. And I'm pretty sure it sends me a notification if you do that. So I would really appreciate that. So what are we at? Hey, babe, what are we at? 17. All right, we're 17 minutes. Yeah, like I said, I wanted this to just kind of be a quick, not an emergency podcast, but like a short one for sure. It's just me. Today's my birthday. It's Friday night. It's cool having a birthday on a Friday night, but during this global pandemic, it's kind of weird. Not that like I really wanted to do a whole bunch. Me and my friends, a couple of my friends, we're gonna grill out and whatnot at the house, which I guess is not really socially responsible, but I mean, I don't think there'll be more than 10 people here. So, I guess I can give you guys just like a quick rundown to end this off. I created to kind of paint the picture of you guys of kind of why I created this website. Yes, it was to give people a platform and to kind of show, give me something to do. Yes. But when I did create this website, I was in a very dark place. I was in a very dark place, and I really needed something to consume my mind. I needed something to distract me, and not distract me. I don't like that word, but I guess that's the most appropriate word. I just needed something to give me an outlet in a way. Music, I was doing music heavy, and I needed something else. I needed to do something different. If you want to be a part of anything, if you want to be on the podcast, if you want to have an article, please contact me. So I'm going to end this video by kind of giving you guys what the next step is, what I could see, I guess, in the next year, what I want Slightly Daily to turn into. I'm very happy with where I sound kind of conceited saying this, but I'm very pleased with the product that I've given to everyone, and to everyone who's shown appreciation. I appreciate you more than you appreciate me. But what I can see Slightly Daily turning into is, a goal of mine by the end of the 2020, I want to have 100 podcasts. I think that's very attainable. This year alone, we're in April, and I've done 15 or something like that, 14 of them. So I'm going to keep pushing that. I'm going to keep writing articles. I'm going to keep doing that. I want to get better. I want to be a better writer. I feel like writing has always been my strong point, but I want to be a better writer, and I want to keep strengthening my skills. But I will say this. One thing that I really desire is to have other creators that want to come and work. I don't want to say for Slightly Daily, but with me. I don't want to be anybody's boss, but I want people to come work with me. Like, say, for example, you've got a really cool idea for an article, whatever that might be. You're like, hey, I really want to write an article about Oakland football or anything. Let me know, and like, I'll give you an outlet. Like, I want more creators to come work with me. That is the main thing that I want to develop in the next 6, 7, 12 months or whatever. Or like, for another example, if you're like, hey, Austin, I really got this cool idea for a YouTube video series, or just one YouTube video. I want my website and my YouTube channel to be like a blank canvas for anyone to kind of just come and slap some paint on it, metaphorically, or something like that. So what I really want to happen in the next year is I want more people to collab with me. I'm always down to collab with people. I'll help anybody out as much as I can. Whatever I can do. If you need some advice, if you want some promo, let me know. And we can work something out. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this. It's Friday during the day. Thank you to everyone who's shown support. Please go back and watch my vlogs and whatnot you can find it Slightly Daily everywhere. Thank you guys for showing support. It's been a whole year of slightlydaily.com. Please shout me out. Tag me in your story. Tag me on the Instagram stories, because I can't see who posts the stories unless you tag me. Yeah. Almost at 500 followers on IG. 343 posts on the blog. That's music videos, song releases, movie releases, sports news, all kinds of stuff. Apple Podcast playlists, Apple Music playlists, podcasts, all that kind of stuff. Thank you guys so much.